everybody. So I'm back. So I had me a nice workout. That was fun. I mean, I love doing my Taibo, but I have noticed Taibo is kind of hard. Not so flexible like before. But I definitely give it my best shot. Yeah, so what's been going on? I feel like it's been a while since I talked to you all, especially um, what I've been eating and if I've been keeping up on my diet. I don't know if I would really call it a diet. I mean, I definitely watch out for what I eat, the things that I eat, but I wouldn't say it's like a strict diet or anything. Um, Yeah, what have I been eating? The other day I had some peanuts, but not a lot. Um, I had a piece of vegan chocolate, like two little pieces. Oh, it's so delicious, the vegan chocolate. And what else did I have? I've been pretty good. I mean, since my birthday weekend, I have not been like dipping and dabbing into things. I mean, I haven't been like splurging and eating a whole lot. Although I was never one to eat a whole lot in general, so I don't feel too bad. Um, I'm gonna reapply my makeup. When I do my makeup, I don't put any foundation on, so I'm gonna put some foundation on. I feel like I need to even up the tones. You probably can see in the tones. You can see the different. So I want to clear that up. Oh, I was sweating like crazy. And guys, I really mean it. Get you one of these, guys. This is so practical. You just press the little button. It's so neat. And look, this one has a little finger, the way that you can hold it so you can be sitting up there getting your nice cool air. And it has like two different modes. Like I said, I bought that in Fuerteventura in Spain. And then I have another version that I just bought over Amazon. It's a little bit more fancier. Looks like this. I'll put the links at the bottom. But this is also good. Here the air comes out here. And it's digital. Ooh, we moved up. And not expensive at all. I paid like $12.99. Look, and this has like 3 different modes. It has 1, 2, 3. And sometimes it also displays look, yeah, it displays how much energy you still have left. So this one's also really helpful. Very nice and not expensive. So yesterday I was sitting outside and let me turn this thing off, it's loud. I was sitting outside and I was watching my daughter play tennis, and it was really, really hot. I thought I was looking so cute yesterday, and man, oh man, I was sweating. But I had my fan with me, full power. I'm like this, and oh my gosh, I still was sweating. I mean, that heat was like, it felt like Washington, D.C. heat, where I'm from. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to use my old palette from Urban Decay. This is reloaded. The colors of here are beautiful. So I haven't really bought any palettes lately. I don't buy them like I used to. Only because sometimes I feel like I said, the colors, they repeat themselves. So, maybe once in a while you might get a new color here and there, but in general, I mean, the colors are pretty much the same in most of the palettes. Yeah, what else is going on? I discovered some new channels. Yay! Yes, I discovered some really good channels. Just found one today. Some good. I know I probably should be doing my notes, but I didn't. Shame on me. This one is from, let's see, where is it? Oh man, I hate that. Wait a second. That's strange. They used to have a history. It looks like now they don't even show the history of what you had watched. Oh, wait a minute. Doch. Yes, they do. Excuse me. Speaking German. Doch. Doch means like yes, yes. So if you hear somebody in German say doch, that means like yes. It is what it is. We need that word in English because it really emphasizes like, yes, this is right. Yes. Okay. I found this channel to be quite interesting. Yeah, Company Man. This guy's really cool. I'll put his link. In my comments section. Basically, he talks about the history of like different companies which don't exist anymore, and basically what happened to these companies, how did they lose, and why aren't they still prevalent today? Right now, he's got a story in here, the decline of Kmart and what happened. That one is the one I was watching yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't finish watching that. And then the other day, I was watching, let's see how far back it doesn't go that far back, or does it? Let's see, how did I discover him? What was I watching? Oh, right, yes, and I found that really interesting. This is how I discovered him. I looked at the Panda Express and why they're so successful. Yes, and then how I clicked on his page was because he wrote about the downfall of one of my favorite clothing stores back in the days, Forever 21, and basically why they don't exist anymore, barely. And I mean, they still exist, but basically they really had to shut a lot of stores down. But I mean, actually, I don't think I needed him to tell me why they don't really exist anymore. They had a good thing when they first started. Yeah, and also he goes into the history of the store, how they started, and yeah, and basically what had happened. Maybe they're still successful, or maybe they're not successful. So basically, he gives you a history about it. But I found the story of Forever 21 very interesting. It was started from this pair. I think the husband, one of them, I think it might have been the mother or the wife. She's from Korea, and I believe the husband, the guy who started or came up with the idea, I think he's Vietnamese or Chinese. Don't get me wrong, but basically, he did not start off in the clothing industry. He had he started out another way. I forget which business he was in. Oh gosh, don't get me. I'm gonna put the link at the bottom, but it was really interesting how he started off. Just a normal, regular, degular guy who basically had an idea and decided to invest in clothing and to invest in clothing that came out with that how can I say, they they copied a lot of the fashion designers, and they were like one of the pioneers who started off this quick. I mean, I'm talking about super quick fashion. So you were getting like the up to date looks for a very cheap price, and that was one of the key things that made Forever 21 so um, popular or so famous. I mean, that was like my store. Every time when I flew over to the States, I mean, that was the place where I spent my money. Although I liked H&M concept, but H&M wasn't that hip, you know. They still had a lot of basic um, they still had a lot of basic clothing, but Forever 21, I mean, everything in there was just looking hip, and it was just on time, and the turnover was so quick. And then what he had mentioned, which is what I had mentioned, or which I had noticed a long time ago about Forever 21, which actually had turned me off with the store, was the fact that their stores were getting bigger. And he said that was their downfall. I mean, their stores were just like so massive big. I mean, they were like almost like warehouse styles. I remember you always saw Forever 21 in the stores. And then they started off, like I said, they were just like an average store size. And then, you know, and it was nice because it wasn't so much. I didn't feel overwhelmed. If anything, I was just like, oh my gosh, they got this, and oh my gosh, they got that. I mean, I would walk out, spend at least 300 or 400 each time I was there. I mean, really, I mean, their stuff was so on point and cute, you know, so you didn't feel bad that you spent a lot of money and you were still, you know, you were looking cute and fly. And then, like a few years later, then I started to notice, you know, they expanded, you know, they went from this normal size store to like this uh three floor story store, kind of like Hex back in the day, or Macy's. I don't know. Macy's also has like a 3 level, but this was just all clothes, and then it just became overwhelming. And then the styles weren't. I mean, they were cute, but I just, you know, and then they had like the upstairs with a whole bunch of sales stuff. And then I just didn't have the time or the energy to go through all that stuff. And I don't know, I didn't like the concept anymore. I didn't like the fact that it was so big. And I know that sounds strange. I mean, consider one who likes fashion, I just thought it was just too much. It was overwhelming. So, however, to make a long story short, yeah, that's how I wind up clicking on this company man's site. And then I thought, oh, I like, you know, his storylines, or his documentaries. Short docos are really short. They're not super long. I think, how long was this one? I think it was like, was it 30 minutes, I guess? Oh, even shorter. I think it was even shorter than that. Yeah, it was even shorter. I think something like 30, 40 minutes is the time. No, 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 not even that. 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, I watched a few of his docos. He had one on Forever 21. Yeah, Forever 21. It was 12 minutes. So in 12 minutes, he was able to give you a short history rundown, real quick, of how and why, and the downfall, why these stores aren't successful anymore. And then after that, I watched Comcast. Oops, my little scarf slipped out. Um, yeah, and then the next story is Comcast, and basically why are they hated? In case there are people who don't know what Comcast is. Comcast is a cable company. Those are for the people in here in Europe. In America, you guys know who Comcast is. I always heard like negative things about Comcast. When I left the States, there was no such thing as Comcast. But apparently Comcast basically monopolized the whole cable. Cable. They became the big cable provider. So I guess you guys didn't really have any competition. So of course, if there's no competition, then the prices go up. And I was told that this guy went into details saying that the customer service area was horrible. And I used to hear it also from my mom. She was always saying, I hate Comcast, you know. So many people went to satellite. However, he does a short docu on that. And then he also talked about the success of Panda Express, which I have no idea about this. It's an Asian food, Chinese food family restaurant, that really succeeded, that are doing. They started out in the 50s and they basically expanded, and their concept is apparently really good, and they treated their employees really good, and the service is really good. So he talks about the success of them. So I'm going to put this guy's link because I find it really interesting. If you're interested in opening up a business, you know, I think it's good to learn the mistakes of others, and just to follow their success and see how they developed. I'm really interested in that because I hope to also one day be able to open up my own successful business. I'm not going to hope, I am. Gotta say it like it's already in the past. Yes. So anywho, yeah. This guy's name is Company Man. And then I found another YouTuber, and I'm not going to make this video long because I have to go shortly. Another YouTuber, and he does a lot of shorts, short videos, but this guy is extremely talented. So where is he when I want to find him? I just watched him the other day, and yeah, this guy's super talented. Let's see. It looks like that he only does, yeah.
Someone left a comment on a recent video and said that I never make a corset because...
This guy's name is Gunnar Deatherage. I'm going to also put his link in. He's also really talented. He's a designer. Had no major big training from what I'm understanding from his storyline. He never had any training in sewing except the sewing techniques that he inherited from his grandma. He grew up not so privileged, but he said because he didn't have the things that other kids have, he basically learned to sew through his grandmother. And this guy is like an amazing tailor. He can make anything. I'm going to put his shorts, his link, also in the video because I just find it so amazing what this guy can put together. He's so talented. It's just absolutely crazy, the talents that some people have. And yeah, like I said, we all have something to offer. So I'm going to put his link in because I was very blown away. Yes, and then other than that, I'm going to get off the video soon. I must tell you about my experience with a mother that I experienced this weekend. My youngest child had tennis matches the whole weekend. And so I've been at the tennis court, and there was this one mother, I hadn't seen her in a while. And I thought she was really, really sweet. And I think she is really sweet in her own way. But I was really shocked. I hadn't seen her in a while, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then as I'm walking up to her, she's like, "Oh wow, you really put on a lot of weight." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you. I'm so glad I put on weight. Oh my gosh, I got them in the right spaces. I got them up here, and I got a nice little round po from it. And oh my gosh, guys, you should have seen her face. She was so shocked. She was not expecting that comment, you know. But there's a lesson to be learned at that. When somebody throws you um, throws you lemons, try to make lemonade out of it. Meaning, try to throw something positive back. Don't let them pull you down. Because that is actually a mean thing to say to a person, especially a woman. And you know how it is. We're all cautious about our weight. I don't know, maybe she'd been looking at my videos and thought I had an issue. No, I don't have an issue because I know that I still carry it very well. I can hide it really good. And yeah, I know there's a few kilos that I would like to lose. But let's face it, guys, if you're over 50, it's a I think it's necessary to keep some skin on your body because it doesn't look nice if you're too skinny. Your face starts to sink, your boobies start to sag, and your butt too. So for me, I'm like, well, thank you, dear. But for other women, you know, you got to be really careful about that. There are people out there who are feeling very miserable and they want to see you also be miserable. So, in that moment, when they put you down, you have to think of something quick and throw it back to them. Here it's very common that the people tell you, "Oh my gosh, you look so tired." And I just come back like, "No, darling, I'm not tired. I feel good and I know I look good. And I know it comes off arrogant, but this is how you have to be. Because otherwise, if you go into their, you know what, you're right, I do look tired. Oh my gosh." And then, you take in their insecurities and you kind of swallow it up. And we don't want that. No, we don't want that. No, don't give people the satisfaction. You throw something back at them, something positive about yourself. There's a saying called fake it till you make it. And even if you don't feel good, and maybe they're right, perk up and be like, "No, girl, I know I look good. I just got to do this and do that, whatever it may be. Just throw something back positive, and that will shut your um your complainers, or as one would say, hater, down, because that was really mean. You don't. No woman wants to hear that she's gained weight. I remember, I mean, and sometimes people are so funny no matter what you do. There was one point when I was really thin, and I still felt good about myself. I mean, of course, I was thin, but this woman tried to really tell me that, "Oh my gosh, you are just too thin. You really need to, I was thin, but I wasn't no anorexic thin. I know that for a fact. I wasn't anorexic thin. I was thin, but sometimes people, regardless of whatever you do, they will always try to find a way to nitpick you. So you have to be strong enough within yourself to be able to just throw it back to them. When they try to throw a put down, just throw it back as a positive and find something good. You know, you know. Don't ever let them see you sweat. So, however, I thought I would mention that because I just thought that I was really in shock because I thought this mother was really sweet. And I always try to find something positive about a person. I think we can all find something positive more than negative. It's bad enough that we have things that are going through our head, and so you don't need that extra outside information or advice, especially if you didn't ask for it. Coming at you. So I was really shocked that that she mentioned that, but I know that she is not in the best situation, you know, with her partnership. So maybe that also rubs off on you, and because if you're in a not so nice relationship, that toxicity sometimes rubs off on you and maybe rub off on the next person, you know. So maybe you feel in a certain type of way because this person put you down, and maybe you want that person to feel the same way, the way that you do, which it shouldn't be like that. You should always try to, you know, try to find something nice to say about a person, because it'll help you to also lift yourself up. And it just feels good. You know, it feels good when you see a person smile. You know, somebody might be having a bad day, and then, you know, you can say something nice. Although one time I did say something nice to this one lady. I'm like, oh, girl, I like your nails. And she's like, oh, thanks. And then kept on going. So I was just like, okay. No, I'm not gonna, you know, I saw her again. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, whatever. Okay, you have these people. It is what it is. But yes, so anyway, guys, I'm finished. I'm about to carry on throughout my day. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, hope you enjoyed my LtYioe video. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to hear more from me, subscribe. Yes, subscribe. I would love to have more subscribers and be able to share more. So if you know somebody who might also like to hear what I have to say and follow me, and who's also up there in age and needs some prep talk, then send them over to my channel, because I think I can definitely pep them up and help them to get on out there and do something for themselves, you know? Do something for yourself. Make yourself look good. Anyway, guys, until next time, bye.